is friggin' still hot in Cali. But that's okay because I'm going to get right on to it. I'm going to go and talk about my very non-favorite subject, which is dun, 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 weight loss on keto. So let's get to it. How's it work? How do you do it? Can it work for everyone? Let's go, right? Because I'm going to crank these suckers out. Y'all don't believe me? I'm going to show you. All right, here we go. So basically, I'm 48 years old. Yes. This is the mother sucking business. Yes. This is 6 years and counting at the age of 48. I have not refed on carbohydrates one time. I do not care if my information is redundant. If you don't like it, go to someone else because there's a ton of internet people now. So let's get this stuff cracking. All right, because you know what I got? I got some energy. Yes. Okay. So basically, most of the time, I try to talk about how to get into ketosis, but really all of the signs that you need to look out for. Because what you see on the internet is a bunch of bullshit. It's untrue, it's sensational, and it's confusing everybody. Yes, the reports are coming back. Steph, I don't know what to do. So, of course, people find keto because, bam, they want the business, right? They want the business, they want to get lean, they want to get ripped, and they want to become a fighting machine. I mean, as in fit. And it doesn't work for a lot of people. Now, some people it does. But you have to imagine this. You're going through a lifetime of damage to your body. So if you want to lose weight and get the business, it is for everybody. And listen to me, and listen through that noise outside, and listen to me well. Ketogenesis is for everyone. And every time I hear that it is not for everyone, they cannot explain why. They say, I can't get into ketosis, so therefore, it doesn't work for everyone. And then you go online and you get confused. So, how do you lose weight on keto? Well, first of all, you have to keto adapt. You cannot get your macros to what you've heard and have been misinformed about on the internet with, keto calculators and MyFitnessPal and these ridiculous Prove It and Ketopia garbage, wipe your ass with it, with the before and after pictures, with the blogs and the websites of eating too much protein. It's a lot of crap out there. And, people sometimes get turned off by the fact that I'm, really strict. I'm not strict. I'm just normal, yo. It's normal. And the fact that you see me as strict is the problem why a lot of you guys do not get, bam, the mother-sucking business. How do you start? For those with metabolic damage, you have to start slowly. So, who out there has metabolic damage? If you go to my Facebook page, I don't mess around. I do blogs every single day on 2 Facebook accounts on the body, head to toe. You will rarely see food porn on my Facebook, both Facebooks. But the first thing you got to do is you've got to graduate your carbs down slowly. Now, do I really want people to do this? No. I really want people to do it overnight. But the problem with people that do keto overnight, they don't do well. They get frustrated, they get tired, some get hypoglycemic, and they get headachy, and they get the keto flu, some. So I'm like, all right, let's do this for the long haul. You want to start either, now listen to me, you can start at the 5-week mark out, or you can start the 2-week mark out, and you start the 1 week. For those who really don't have any clear signs of metabolic damage, start in a week's time. Graduate your carbs out slowly. First thing you want to do, throw out all the processed carbohydrates. Yes, throw them out. Well, except for white rice. Do I like white rice? No. But brown rice, shell, has phytic acid and toxins, so gotta get rid of it. Go for the white rice. You can use sweet potato. I would use beans, but beans are a hot phytic acid mess. Get rid of them. No beans. That's not what you're going to graduate yourself down slowly with. If you have difficulty with sweet potato, then use yellow squash, use raspberries and blueberries. If you're going to use higher in carb content vegetables, but we are not going to eat bread, cereal, juice, ice cream, candy bars, meal bars, Quest bars, to graduate yourself down slowly. Just want to switch out your carbohydrates. What you want to do is you want to have them, you're going to have 3 meals in a day. You're going to have your breakfast, you're going to have your lunch, you're going to have your dinner. You are not going to intermittent fast, and you're going to take the coffee and dump it down the toilet because that's where it should go. Then you're going to get out all of the allergens. You're going to get rid of the cheese. And yes, you're going to get rid of the nuts, including our very, very toxic, with radiation poisoning on them. What are the nuts? They are called macadamia nuts. You know, they're not very high in poly. They're pretty, they're very high in mono, so they're like sort of a keto-approved nut. But they're coming from Hawaii and they got all that radiation on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yes. You're going to have a half a sweet potato, a medium to large, half a sweet potato in your breakfast. When you graduate down slowly, it doesn't matter if it's the 5-week mark, the 3-week, the 2-week, or the 1-week out. Then you're going to, and if you have a difficulty with sweet potato, you're going to use white rice. You are going to use 3 tablespoons. Yes? We don't even want to get up to 1/4 of a cup. We want about 3 tablespoons per meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. For sweet potatoes, you can do half for breakfast, half for lunch, and then that's it. We're going to do nothing for dinner. Dinner, you can put in yellow squash. You can put in raw carrots. These are the type of higher in carb, but still low enough in carbohydrate to be a carb burner, but not to have your glucose spike too high. Now, with that said, we're going to cut out, yes, almond flour, please. We're not doing gluten-free rice flour. No, we're going to use coconut flour. And for those who've got issues with the flax, you're going to use coconut flour. Okay, you're going to graduate yourself down. If you're doing it 5 weeks out, you're going to do 2 to 3 weeks of sweet potato, 1 sweet potato a day chopped up. You can chop it into 3 meals, or you can chop it into 2. Towards the 3rd or 4th week mark, you can actually go sweet potato breakfast, and I would do half a sweet potato for breakfast and call it a wrap. Yes, because I don't agree with intermittent fasting. For those who are doing 1 week out, you would pretty much start with the first 3 days, 3 to 4 days, you would have your carbs, your high in vegetable carbs put in the first half of the week, second half of the week. You just slowly take it out. There is no specific number because we all have our own DNA print. I just like to use a rough guideline. Now, I will put it into a strict form because people like to follow things down to the T. So, you know, we've got our 5 week out people, we've got our 3 week, we've got our 2 week, and we've got our 1 week. Basically using, like I said, raw carrots, lower but higher in carbohydrate, blueberry, raspberries. We've got squash, zucchini, we've got white rice, yes, white, I know! And we've got our old sweet potato, and we've got no beans. These are the food groups that we're going to use to graduate ourselves down slowly. We're going to cut out all the allergens and the cheese and the nuts, the caffeine, no alcohol. That's how you start. It's too kind of like, you're either in the camp where you want to start slowly, or you're the camp that wants to start right away. For those who are scared to start right away, then start a week out. Get your body used to dropping the carbs down slowly, and then eventually after 7 days, drop them completely out. Use cruciferous vegetables. You want to get up to 20 net carbs, which is probably around 8 total carbs coming from cruciferous veggies. All right. Yeah! This is how you're going to lose weight. So I better get going because you know me. Stuff likes to talk. All right. Once you start to go completely down to about 20 net carbs, if you graduate yourself down slowly, you will go through less of the keto flow. Now, be sure to take magnesium at night, chelated magnesium that's easier to get into the system. For those who are constipated or for those who have difficulty sleeping, you want to do from 5 to 800 milligrams. Of course, the higher the milligram of magnesium you take, the more the loose stool you have. So you take until the stool is still normal and not all sloppy loose. You know what I mean? Okay, that's the one and only supplement I really suggest on keto because we're dropping water very quickly via our kidneys. So get in Himalayan salt, which is high in magnesium. So you're getting magnesium, you're getting sodium, and you're getting water. Now, spinach. Spinach is high in potassium. Potassium pills are toxic. That's why they only go up to 99 milligrams. We need, at least up to 3,000. They say 4,700, but at least 3,000. 1 cup has over 1,000 milligrams. So cook spinach for those who've got issues with any of the plant toxins. Cook your spinach and a couple tablespoons of butter. If you can't handle butter, do ghee. If you can't handle ghee, then you can do duck fat or an animal fat. Your macros need to be at 100 animal fat, 100 plant fat. You can really just do 100% animal fat to keto adapt, but people are so freaked out by eating animal fats all day long. And how do I get the fats in? All right, let's keep it on rolling. How to lose weight on keto, because that's really important. Adapting is how you lose weight. Patience is how you lose weight. But actually graduating yourself is the #1 way. People who need to graduate will know because they have inverted cortisol, they're up at night, they have a hard time waking up in the morning, they're not dreaming every night. Yes, you must remember that you've had a dream. To hit REM state to create ketones, you have to work out. Working out, you can't just not work out at all. I don't care if you got a busted knee or a foot or whatever, you can sit down and do arm exercises, you use bands, kettlebells, body weight, but you must do resistance training. You must train slow in both directions. We want a nice deep muscle contraction to wake up the mitochondria, become more insulin sensitive. Now, tricks and tips to lower your glucose. If you are primed and conditioned to be a stress monger in stage 3 adrenal fatigue, cinnamon, chromium, prickly pear, they won't always work. These are supplements to help lower blood glucose. The point is to keto adapt. Once you keto adapt, yes, you have to jack your fats over 200. Use a glucometer. Under 80 milligrams per deciliter or 4.4 millimolars for your glucose measured in the morning. Evening ketones, there are no evening ketones. They're always in the morning. Don't ever test your ketones or else you're wasting money. Boom. Once a week because those suckers are expensive. Ketones must be around a 2 to 3. The higher the ketones you go, you're not developing ketoacidosis, you're just wasting ketones. Yes, they must work in opposition. These details I've said in 1,000 videos, you must understand how to keto adapt. So once your numbers and journal your sleep, your energy levels, and your appetite so you can make the correlations between glucose and ketones and how you feel to know if you're entering ketosis. Then glucose will always spike. So one day it'll be high, one day it'll be low, one day it'll be high, high, low, and you'll freak out because you're like, if you get one time under 80 and your ketones are up and you feel good, then you have the potential through through synapses to get into ketosis. Some people cannot lower their glucose whatsoever, no matter what they do, because they have insulin resistance. That's a whole other subject. Darn, I gotta do part 2. Darn. Sleep is the biggest one. You make ketones at night, you don't make them in the day. So no HIIT training, no powerlifting, no lifting to failure. The first, I would really like to say 4 weeks, but at least the first 14 days. I don't care if you have, like, this guy's doing martial arts classes, like, but my martial arts classes, I'm like, I know! You're going to have to take it easy. If you guys want to learn more, I'm going to do a second video. If you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com, Stephanie the Business Person, my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram. Hey! Look for part 2. Beak.